Hello, good morning. I know, I very rarely don't have eyebrows on, but we're gonna change that right now. I think makeup's awesome, and here's my everyday go-to makeup look. Here's the situation. Been to every nation, ain't nobody ever made me feel the way that you do. What's been happening is lately, I've been really liking the vibe of a full face of makeup, but I haven't necessarily wanted to do foundation the house. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to do a bunch of full coverage foundation because while I don't think it like necessarily feels cakey, I kind of just want to feel like there's less. So here's what I've been doing. It usually takes me about 25 to 30 minutes. And I know it's not 2015 anymore, but I do still use the Anastasia Dip Brow. I use it in blonde because I am. Thank you, Mary Grace Sternwald. I just do like a little line right under here. And then this is already like pretty much filled in on the tail end of that. And I'm just taking, just like dink, 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 nothing crazy. And I stop doing like a line about a quarter inch from where my brow starts. And then I just do like little hair flicks up and adjust with my finger as needed. Like a professional, thank you. So this one's already done. See, brows take just a couple minutes. I definitely used to fill my brows in a little more than I needed to. I would like to say it was a sign of the times, but I think I was just I was very insecure about how like light my eyebrows are. So I used to just like go so ham. And I don't think I do as much anymore. They're definitely not even at the moment. And we're gonna try to fix it one more time. And if that doesn't work, then we just won't anymore. Sure. Why not? Once I'm done with that, I will take a little tiny concealer brush and I will take the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I'll take that in, what color is this? Light Sand. And I just like dive right in there, I'll tell you what. Ding, 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 ding. I use this to just carve out the bottom. Of my brow. See? And then I just pull it down. The reason I'm still carving out my eyebrows, even though this isn't like a full ass glam like situation, is just because my eyes are the thing that I like to draw the most attention to. So if I can frame those up really nicely, great. And my eyes are what I definitely spend the most amount of time on in my makeup. I've just added a teeny tiny dot of that concealer to the base of my lid so that I have a nice even base to put stuff on. Cutie cute. Now I'm going to take my Laura Mercier translucent powder I love so much. They've actually sent me some stuff. You'll see a lot of their products in this video. Not that it's sponsored, wouldn't that be cool? But they've sent me some stuff and I actually love a lot of it. So I take a little bit of that, it just on this big old brush, and I dab it into the lightest color of this contour kit. And that's gonna give me the color that I use as the base of my eyeshadow base. You'll see it didn't really change anything. It kind of just neutralized the yellow on this side. So this looks a little bit more like my skin tone right now. I like to do this just so that my eyeshadows don't like stick to that tacky concealer base. Some people like that, and I think that it works really well with like vivid colors, but I so rarely use vivid colors that like, I'm just used to doing it this way. Then I like to take this big old fluffy M511, and I literally, in this same contour kit, these are just like 3 nice brown shades, one's light, medium, and dark. I just go dink in all of them, honestly. And I just put that right on the outer corner of my eye. And I sort of like, as I'm pulling up at the corner, I just bring it off of my face. So it does like a little bit of like a little lifty effect. And then I do that to help it. Now we're gonna do eyeliner. This is literally like all the eyeshadow I do on days like this and pretty much every day that I do my makeup. So you guys know I do a wing basically every day. And I just start at this part of my eye and I just go dink And wherever this ends up, I just pull it back down. So we've got that going on, and then I'll do this. And I just fill it in. And then I hope that the same thing happens on the other side. Nobody these are actually not terribly uneven. Okay, go off me performing. Love. I can't get over how cute this little cat is. So then for quite truly only the reason of coloring my real lashes, I take a mascara. This is and has been my favorite mascara for years. I just coat my lashes so that if any powder or anything has gotten onto them, they will be the same color as the false lashes that I use. And then see, I messed up a little bit right there, but who cares? Here's what I've been doing that I've been absolutely loving lately. I have been using the Stila Glitter and Glow. This is the color Perlina. And I like this one because it's kind of just like rainbowy glitter. It's not like one particular color. I have another one that's really great too. It's called Diamond Dust, but that one's very silver. I take like this much on my finger. I just tap, 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 tap. So it's not like a full garage door of glitter. It's just like a little, if the light catches me properly kind of vibe. Sometimes I'll even like throw it into my brow, and then I always do this. I always just put the rest here. But it really does come off pretty well whenever you take your makeup off. So that's nice too. See, isn't that cutie? Now we're gonna go to the lashes that I'm pretty much always wearing. I always wear the Iconic Luxe. This box has been through it, but I just pinch this excess glue off, and you should use like a little baby tissue. I just put the glue back in here because I'm gonna throw this out eventually anyway. I don't wanna hear it. This is the House of Lashes and Patrick Ta one. That's why it's yellow. I love it. Any House of Lash glue I really love. I actually haven't tried their I haven't tried their like pen version yet, but I just really like the little brush. So I don't know if I will. And I remember when I was learning how to do lashes, everyone was like, put the right amount of glue on. And I was like, what is that? Like just a nice thin layer that goes across the whole lash. Okay, let's throw these lashes on. They just took a minute to dry, and they look like this when they're tacky. That's another thing that I really like about the House of Lashes glue, is it gets like iridescent when it's ready to be put on. And look at that, we have a lash. Look at us, how dare we? We've got lashes galore. So now eyes are done. We're going to move on to base. What else would we do? When I do this kind of chiller, lighter makeup look, I've been using the Laura Mercier Pure Canvas Primer. I usually don't use like illuminating-y primers, but this one's really nice. And I take about that much, dab it up here, and dab it here, and dab it here, and right in between the brows, and rub it in everywhere. And I know that a lot of people don't like to do their like eye makeup or brows first. This is just how I do it, just so I can see like a better frame. Also, I feel like I'm more likely to mess up my eye makeup, like my wing or whatever. And so if I have to take off a whole eye, it's easier to do that when you don't already have your base on. Here's the real like main thing I've been doing differently. Instead of using any foundation, I just use concealer in a couple specific areas. So how do we like being this close to me? I like to do a little bit here, and this is like a crazy coverage concealer. So just like use your own discretion for how much you might need. I do a little here for like a lifting effect. Where else do I put it? I put it here because my nose is so red. I do it down the nose as well. I do it on the chin. I do it in this nice little pimple patch that's been popping up lately. Do it there, there. I'll dip in one more time. And I do like ding, 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 ding. Hello. Then I just blend it out. I usually start from the bottom and go up. I don't necessarily know why. But like, I feel like I'm pretty happy with where my skin is right now in my life. So I don't necessarily feel like I always need foundation. And it just, I don't know. I also, tell me if you guys have this problem, but like I have a very hard time finding foundations that match. And I'll think that I have one that matches so well. And then I'll look back at a video where I used it and I like see a real line of demarcation, real distinct line. So still put it down my neck a little and on my ears. Then when it comes to the nose, I just pinch this and go up and go on the sides a bit until I get to here. And then I will do these little under eye babies. I'll tell you what, whoever invented the beauty blender, huge, really great job. And so see, this still lets like a lot of my skin show through, but I also don't feel like I'm wearing as much makeup as maybe I normally would. Or if I was doing like a bigger shoot with more lights and stuff like that, I would wear more makeup. But I like evening out my skin tone because you guys saw there is a lot of redness, which is totally fine, but sometimes I'm not vibing with it. So then I take my Laura Mercier powder again, and I take a nice big brush, Morphe E3, and I will start with my under eyes now. And this is also just because, you know, that concealer is a cream, and I like to set all of my cream makeup so that my powders can go on it a little more easily. I got this from TikTok, and I'll be honest, I'm not 100% sure how I feel about it yet, but I do think it might work. Instead of doing my contour here, like I normally would, like where my actual hollow of the cheek is, they do it like legit on the cheekbone. And it brings your face up like a little bit more. See that? And then I just bring it on my forehead for a little bit of color. Bring it on the jawline just a touch. I like to throw some in my temple. It definitely, I think, makes it look like, I feel like I did this side way lower. Oh well. I do think maybe it makes a difference. Who knows? I take just a little kind of pointed blending brush, a little bit, and I'll take that same contour color, and you guys know I don't really know what I'm doing when it comes to contouring my nose, but I like to just take in the bridge part here, and I know it looks a little crazy right now. You're like, a little? And then I don't do anything in the middle, and then at the bottom, I do it underneath, and I kind of cut the tip off a little bit shorter. That didn't sound good. Than it actually is, and do just like a little arch right here. Maybe it makes my nose look more crooked. Who knows? Who knows? Then I take my big puffy brush again that still has some of that excess powder on it, and I go over that again. It just sort of brings a little bit of color to the middle of the face, which I feel like is oft forgotten. Laura Mercier also sent me some really pretty blushes. This one is Passion Fruit. Hello, there you are. And I take an E4, and then I put this even higher than my contour, honestly. And I kind of just do it everywhere because blush is fun. Boop. And I will do it under my nose and on my nose just a little. The Laura Mercier highlighting powder in Rose Glow is the prettiest highlighter I've ever used. I'm not somebody who loves like a blinding highlight. I think that looks gorgeous on so many people. It's just not my vibe really. So I like to just do it right on the high points and see, it's just like really, it's so pretty. I like, the first time I used it, I literally lost it. I put it like everywhere. And I just use like a floofy little guy in Morphe 501. And I just think it's like the most beautiful highlighter ever. I even highlight my nose with it, which is not something I usually want to highlight. And I throw it up in the brow bone, even though there's already glitter up there. I've become a lot glitterier in the past year, which is fun. Corner of my eyes. Truly, if you're like influenced to buy one thing from this video, I I love this highlighter. I've also used it every day for like 4 months and you can still see the print in it. Then I just take the Morphe lip liner in Sweetheart, which I'm absolutely fatal for. And I have some lip balm on here. I sort of just delineate my Cupid's bow a little bit. Drag it down. Fill it in a little, but mostly just. Then I just take whatever setting spray I have. I love the Morphe one, but it's all the way over there. Charlotte Tilbury one's lovely as well. Oh, maybe that was too much. And that's it. I really, really have been liking it. It's been nice feeling like I don't have quite as much makeup on, but still feeling like really confident. Because I have a full face on, but it's just a little bit less. And some of my skin shows through and you can see some of my little freckles and my pores and like, you know, my acne patch, which I really do want to showcase. So if you guys liked this, oh yeah, that's the other good part about using lip liner is it rarely gets on your teeth. That's it, my friends. This took me 35 minutes and I was talking to y'all during it. So usually if somebody said, we have to be somewhere at 12, I'll pick you up at 11:30. I could start this makeup at 11 and be ready on time. I don't know why I couldn't have just said it takes 30 minutes. Why do I have to create a scenario where somebody's asking me to hang out? Yeah, that's the situation. I hope you guys liked it. I hope that you use any of the tips I gave you, if I really gave you any. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, check out my Patreon. Thank you guys so much for watching and let me know what you might want to see next because I want to make what you want to see. Bye.